my focus since I have been tweeting some things on Twitter, and people have been asking me what I mean by that, and my focus, like what my work is actually grounded on. Everything my work is grounded on is exactly the unity of Nigeria. Yeah, uniting Nigeria, and I've been doing that a lot. I've been doing that for a while now, and I've been hearing the same thing I've been hearing since the trending of the election, since the primaries, that Nigeria is united, that Nigeria is united. And this is something I want to discuss. I want to discuss your experience. I want to discuss your experience in with this campaign. Your campaign, your movement for peterobi, for APC, Labour Party, and your and the views of the people actually ask you about the trends, what you are encountering, and everything. So can you please introduce yourself for the listeners? They would like to know your background.
Okay, my name is Jamilu Sufi,
Hmm.
but my official name is Jamilu Abubakar Aliyu. I'm from the Soul, I'm first kids from the prominent family of Alaji Aliyu Mayanka, and also a family member of former Inspector General of Police, the Abubakar, who is a brother to my father, and I grown up in his house with training from primary educations up to the tertiary level. And I study in Federal Polytechnic Koran Namuda, right now I'm running my master's in financial engineering. Definitely, I joined the Labour Party. Let me even say the campaign wagon of Peter Obi for the greater good of this country. Before I'm a stalwart of APC, right from CPC and together with President Muhammad Buhari. But if you watch the current events of this country, we are looking for unity in this country, and we are looking for somebody who will come and lead us to turn around the what we call it the situations of the country economically and politically. And among all the three contending, like Senator Ahmad Bola Tinubu of All Progressive Congress, Atiku Abubakar of People's Democratic Party and Labour Party, that is Peter Obi of Labour Party. I think he's the only person that impressed me so much. I'm together with Tinubu since 2019 to date because I'm one of the founding member. I'm the founder of one movement of Tinubu from 2019 to date. But later on, I learned that these people they don't have interest in the country. So what they care about is just they don't have plan to run the country, APC in particular. And looking at the situations of my state, which is unprecedented, ravaged by insecurity, despite the fact that the governor is from the opposition PDP, the People's Democratic Party, and they come to APC. We don't know his intentions or why he did that. It's for his own political, but definitely we need a sporadic change that people are looking for somebody to turn around the situations of the insecurity in our place. We now understand that it's not about the party, it's about good leadership. Wherever somebody's come in from each and every party you come, as long as you are going to give us a very good leadership, we are going to vote for you. So the problem we are having when I came into Labour Party as of last month, the problem we are having with Labour Party is that definitely they don't have existing state structures at all, especially in the Northwest where I did my so much research and campaign something. Before I embark on the campaign for Peter Obi, I have done my homework. I connected with my political associates throughout the country, from each and every sections of the country. And I discussed with my political associate. I told them that, look, we have to come and sit down and see how to set this country. It's not about tribalism. It's not about religion. It's about what we call a patriotism. We should look at somebody who is a nationalist, who can change the turnaround and the perspectives of the government. So this time around, the issue of Labour Party, definitely they don't have existence structure, and we are pushing very hard together with the Center for Transparent Governance to ensure that reform the party politically. And so what we are doing, we are trying to make sure that we reach galvanized support for them throughout the country. That is why I'm in Kaduna today, to ensure that I mobilize the northern youth to come and form a coalition and start a very rigorous campaign. That is it. Hello?
Hello, I'm here now. I'm listening now.
Okay, so it's one of the things so far I have seen in the Labour Party. The candidate of the problem of so many states we have done research that some of the candidates we are taking as statistical. That is, the Labour Party was
can you please increase your voice? Like I can't hear you well.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Labour Party was established in 2005.
Okay.
So so what they are doing, they have a state chairman, but the state, when you go to the state, because they are not that powerful, they always bargain and collapse with the existing the ruling party in any state. So coming up with Excellency Peter Obi into the party has changed that narrative for them. But up to now, we are still having that challenges from the chairman. The chairman are still and we are trying to partner with the leadership of the Labour Party at the national headquarters to ensure that these people now, come together and reform the party for the success of this election. I think that is the only thing that will make us succeed in the forthcoming general election. And one thing we are quite sure is that the Nigerians, especially the Northerners, they are tired of nobody can come and tell them this man is an Igbo man, don't vote for him, this man is Yoruba man, don't vote for him. No, we have gone beyond that this time around. And nobody will come and tell you that this one is a Christian, don't vote for him, this one is a Muslim, vote for him. No, we have gone beyond that. We suffered enough. I can tell you that in my state, we have over 70 villages. Those 70 villages were displaced by bandits. The bandits have taken over the state virtually. The state governor have no option than to declare that people will take arms and defend themselves. The same things happen in Texas. The home country state of the president.
Can you please increase your voice, please? It is cutting somehow.
We don't know what the federal government are doing. Though we cannot say that they are not trying themselves. You see, in 2014, we used the insecurity situations, the cases of Boko Haram, and now start attacking and the then ruling party, that is People's Democratic Party, presidential candidate there, that is a person of Goodluck Jonathan. Coming up, President Buhari, when this thing escalates to the northwest from the northeast, we now understand that look, this is not the problem of from Goodluck Jonathan. The problem is that is from the leadership. If the leaders can come and do the right thing, so that means the situations of the country can change. So how do we do that? By electing competent and nationalist president who is patriotic to the core, who is willing to take to start work immediately. The present administration, my president, I worked with, I campaigned for him thoroughly. I voted for him. I used my resources to campaign for him in 2015. In 2019, definitely I become relaxed. I went out and voted, but I so much relaxed. I did not campaign. I did not do anything because that time I could not even go to my my hometown in the evening. I can only go there very early in the morning to make sure that Bandi did not what we call block me.
I understand.
But this time around, everything has changed. Look at the education sector. The education sector collapsed. Look at the economy of the country. The GDP of the country goes down. What is the GDP rate of Nigeria? It's $2,000. That is GDP. Look at the GDP of America, 75,000 US dollar. So you see, it's one of the two. When you have a leader that is economically vibrant, who knows what he is doing, is going to change the narrative of the country. And one thing that we are facing the problem of this country is that they are not digitally oriented. This present administration starts with what we call it digital, with a campaign that they are going to what we call it transform the country into the digital economy. Instead of them to harness that opportunity, they are now using another status quo, another method of like a manual method to still draw us back to 1960. So definitely, if we want to progress, we have to bring in somebody who is knowledgeable to the economic sector. Somebody like Peterobi, who is very knowledgeable, who is not, Peter Obi doesn't want money. He will not come to the seat of power as president to carry money or share money to his family and other things like that. No. The man knows what to do at the right time and at the right time. If we give him support, especially youth, he will know that we are the one that brought him to the power. So by doing so, he knows that he's going to work for the country. So I think this is the only thing that we can do at what we call it as a body, as collectively, especially the youth who possess the 80% of the vote right now in this country, to campaign for him rigorously throughout the Northwest. We know that it's not easy, especially if you look at the financial strength of the ruling party. But what we call it, history will replicate itself definitely. Because in 2014, nobody ever in this country believed that we can dismantle, we can take power from the ruling party. So when APC come in, we came in with that spirit. That spirit make us to rise up and beat PDP. But this time around, that spirit is in the youth. So when I start talking about Peter Obi and campaigning for him in the north, come and see people, come and see support. There are nobody that is saying anything contrary, or at least those people who are fanatic in their own, what we call it, side. So I think with this, if the party can rise up and reform the party before the general election, and we can have so many hands together to come and campaign rigorously to nooks and crannies of the what we call the North, definitely we are going to achieve a lot, and we'll make sure that we are going to win the election. Let me tell you one thing that we are doing right now with Northern Youth Coalition for Peter Obi. We set up the Northern Youth Coalition for Peter Obi, looking at the many youth groups that are supporting Peter Obi from different bodies. So we wanted to bring them together so that for us to have a synergy and have a common goal. We set up a situation room whereby we are going to monitor each and every polling unit. We set up a committee that will go out on campaign awareness and orientation. We set up a committee for voters' card mobilizations. So all these things, there is a lot of strategy we are employing that we have a lot of experience in 2013 when we are together with APC. And those people, there is a lot of back-end group that we don't have to mention them, especially here from the North. So many people have come and expressed their support and tell us that they are going to work with us bottom and friendly. But they don't even want to be exposed. They want to remain anonymous, but they are going to work very hard in each and every polling unit to make sure that will win these elections. As I'm telling you, my spirit is very high, and
I can feel that. I can feel
yes,
that.
I'm quite sure that I don't have any challenges along that it's from the north. Last month, there is an incident that somebody called me and threatened to kill me if I continue to campaign for peterobi. The guy is not a northerner, definitely. I'm not, as premium times publish it, I'm not from what we call it. I'm not from Sokoto, but they keep on saying Sokoto man. You understand? So instead of the premium times to do their homework and find out what happened in that, they did not. They just published a fake news. So what happened is that the guy came from Lagos. He was traced and tracked to Lagos. So the security agencies, when we report to them, they are still on top of the situations and tracking the guy. So what I want us to know is that as far as North is concerned right now, nobody can come and use religion and say this peterobi is not the man he cannot support. So definitely, I'm telling you. So the northerners are calling me, many people, as I'm going to post a screenshot of so many people that call me from Maiduguri, which is far northeast. We know that Maiduguri is home base of what we call APC. From 1999 to date, AMPP ruled the states when the joint coalition and APC continued to rule the state. That is a one-party state. But I'm telling you, despite the fact that we know the governor of Borno is very prominent person and very popular in Borno State, but we will make sure that we have that 25% from there. We are going to get it. Because still, the challenges, the promises President Muhammad Buhari made a lot, they did not deliver. Let me even give you an example. He promised that he's going to do this power project, Mambila project. Up to now, there is no Mambila project, no single in Taraba State. There are no single, what we call it, blow were put in that place for the purpose of that electricity project. They promised that they are going to repair the refineries in 6 months. Up to now, 7 years, there is nothing. They promised that they are going to change the security situation of the north in 6 months. Look at it, 7 years. If you are kidnapped today in Zamfara State, when your family raise of 1 million up to 10 million naira to save you, they have to celebrate. We are paying tax to bandits to scare our society. You see, that means virtually we don't have any government that is looking over us. So insecurity situations has now changed the mindset of the northerner. Who are these people that are perpetrating this evil to us? Is this southerner? No, they are northerners. Within our people, you will see that they are the ones that are perpetrating that evil to us. So definitely, this time around, everything has changed. The status quo will change. The perception has changed. What happened to Jonathan in 2014 is very unfortunate because that time, as long as you come out to say that you are going to support Jonathan, they can lynch you. Somebody who were lynched in Suleja in my presence for carrying PDP flag. That was in 2015. So this time around, people, if you watch Facebook where the Hausa people dominated so much, you will see their comments. You know that, look, the Northerners are so much tired of APC. People are even asking what APC are going to use to campaign, what PDP are going to use to campaign. We have seen the leadership of PDP from 1999 to 2014. We have seen the leadership of APC from 2015 to 2023 by God willing. So what are we expecting from these people now? So we have to change the party, definitely, for us to succeed. And people are underestimating peterobi. Yesterday, there's a sarcasm from the presidential advisor to the president, that is Bashir Ahmad. He don't know that that is very important to us. He's doing a media campaign to answer what he don't know. So what we are telling you is that peterobi will succeed. we in the north here are ready, and we are going to make that mobilization, and we are going to make this presidential campaign real. What we are doing right now, we are in touch with powerful politicians who wanted to remain behind the door, because you know what Northerners do. Northerners, if they see that the direction is going to this place, we know how to play politics. We want to negotiate. We negotiate with you. We give you power. We maintain in the status quo. That is what the Northerners do. We understand politics very well. So if Peter Obi and the Labour Party are so much ready and willing, we have enough to do in the North, especially. Because in the core North, people know about Peter Obi, but they don't know the Labour Party at all. So that is what I'm trying to do right now. Trying to awareness campaign, local government by local government. I rest up a committee of volunteers to go each and every local government in the North to campaign about Peter Obi. I show the people which party to vote for. So definitely we are going to do a lot. A lot of things are coming out, and our strategy will make public, and our action plan will be out by God's willing. So I think if you have another question,
I understand. The thing I have, I love what you said. I love what you said. I wish I wish that was something I could actually see manifest. What I actually found out a lot beyond. You said you won't let tribalism and the religion actually divide people, and I like that. I hope that never divides people. But because we say we won't look at it doesn't mean it is not there. I think the values that people share. When Deborah and this girl and some people were lynched in around the northern area of Nigeria and also in Abuja, a lot of people that were campaigning for Peter Obi were even at that moment were like, where the country should divide, and all. Apart from that, we share a country with.
I think you are going back to. Hello.
Hello. Sorry. Apart that, you share a country with Igbo people and the sound is somehow the network. Apart that, you share a country with Igbo people. What is the worldview? What is the worldview behind that you see that you can actually shoot yourself with behind Labour Party? The worldview, their view on the nature of reality that you think that is the real problem to actually that actually divides Nigeria. People that no matter if we say that if we were to say that religion isn't part of the division, the religion is still there. Religion is still there, and it is also something that we ignore it now. We won't use it, but what are the things that are about that religion that actually continues to divide the country? About the southern religion, about the northern religion, about people's religion, that will continue to divide people. What are your views on that? What is the idea that is behind Labour Party on the nature of reality that you think we actually unite the country?
Yeah, you see, Labour Party, when it was established, if you check the constitutions of the Labour Party, what we call it, the board of trustees are from NLC and TUC, and other, what we call it, members. So you see, the part and parcel of Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress are so much in support of the Labour Party, which is a very good crowd. If we look at it, we have seen that in Edo State, where Adams Oshomole come up from NLC and joined the Labour Party, later he joined the SCN to win the election. We have seen that from Olusegun Mimiko, the former governor of what we call it, Ondo State, who is a Labour Party. He flagged the party and later on he come to PDP. So what I'm trying to say is that we know that this party is here for a decade, and it is now a third push. to beat. This coming 2023 general elections, I do not see us losing. We will never give up on that. We are going to strategize, and we are in touch with the leadership of the party, and we are going to see them to sit down and strategize how we will take over this country. As I'm telling you, as I told you, we are in touch with politicians. There are many things I cannot talk about it because it's party issue. So, and one thing that you asked me is about tribalism, right?
Our religion.
Let me tell you. Yes, our religion sentiment. You know, our prominent prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, if you are not from us, if you ascribe to what we call to tribalism, anybody that ascribes to tribalism is not from us. That means Islam does not tolerate tribalism. If you look at the cabinet of the prophets, you know that there are many people from different countries. There is Arab, there are non-Arabs, there are Jew, and other things. And who hosted him when he fled away from his home country, Mecca? The first migration happens to be in Ethiopia, which is a Christian ruler that hosted the Muslim community and give them shelter. So you see, that synergy exists. And the only problem we are having, Islam is different from the people that are practicing Islam. That is what I want you to know. There is culture of Islam, and there is culture of the people that are practicing Islam. If you see anybody that is tribalistic, is not practicing the culture of Islam, is practicing the culture of his own tradition. So as long as you are a pure Muslim, you know what you are doing. You know that irrespective of religion, a good leader, that is all we want. A peaceful leader, somebody that can come and give us a very desired result as a leader. So we are going to use opportunity to preach to people in the mosques and tell them, guys, we have to come back to the culture of real Islam and forget about the culture of our tradition, of tribalism and other things. We have to embrace the culture of Islam, which teaches us peace, which teaches us good leaders, follow good leadership. So irrespective of religion. So there are no way that Peter Obi is going to face any challenges in the north. I know what I said because I'm on ground in the north.
Okay.
I went to the core north, where a state, people are thinking that that state are mostly extremists. That is Sokoto state. I went to Sokoto and I was hosted very well. Come and see crowd of people that have come to receive us. When we come and explain to them, I went on the radio show and I talk about Peter Obi in Hausa language. So when I did that, there is a lot of accolade and there is a lot of cost from these people. So I think it's one thing that we should focus on the right path and forget about the negativity. We are going to stay on course of our action plan. We will never go down. We will never look at the negative aspect of anybody that is going to come with his own criticism. We don't reply, we will just continue straight forward. If you look at my tweets, there is a lot of negative comments in my tweets, but I don't look at it at all. I have a target, and that target is that we want to change this country. And as we are going to change this country, we have to make sure that we have done the right thing. So, sir, I think I answered that one because the next 2 minutes I'm supposed to go to Kaduna Vision FM radio.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it is almost. I'm almost done. Also, one last question. It is about your views on Sharia law. In the new Nigeria that you actually hope to achieve. Does that Sharia law actually stays or it actually goes? I don't know if you actually privy to actually respond to that question, no, but But one of the things I have noticed that actually divides the country is the difference in the laws in the areas. If a different law actually governs an area and a different law actually governs a group of people, it actually means that they actually share different moral standards, different view on the nature of reality. So in your new Nigeria, does Sharia law actually stays or it actually goes?
Yeah. What I want to know is that the constitutions and the country has already given power to everybody to practice his own religion. Whether you are practicing traditional religion, Muslim, Islam, if you want to practice your own Sharia within your own jurisdictions, you have your own rights to do so. Because you remember that there is law of Northern Nigeria, which virtually the Sharia law exists since 1960s. And it's only constitutional amendment, even the constitutions of 1999 grant the Muslim right to do so if they like. And what happened in 1990, that is 2000, when the former governor of Zamfara State introduced Sharia. Definitely, it is already there. Instead, you just implement it for political reason, as I say, for political reason. So the issue of Sharia, people know what they are doing, and I don't want to make comments about that, please.
All right. Thank you for your time with me.
So thank you very much.
I am the kind of person that I've also been working a lot to actually change this country, and I respect anyone, I deeply respect anyone also trying. That is something I respect what you are actually doing. I know how difficult it can be.
Yes.
Thank you so much.